Good morning, Raina.
Hey, Sally, good morning to you.
It's fun being back together again.
It is great. And we've been vaccinated. We got our 6 feet though.
Yeah.
So let's just discuss today what we're going to be
I want to know
about
training.
Yeah, well, I thought we'd talk about leash etiquette.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I see so many inappropriate things happening with dogs on leash.
Yeah.
And so I thought that would be a topic today for discussion. Basically, people just need to really take in consideration, you have your dog on leash, have some manners about that.
Okay.
And the people who don't have their dogs on leash, that's really, nothing is more heart-stopping for somebody who's walking a dog on leash than seeing a loose dog running around.
Exactly.
For various reasons. Even though your dog may be very friendly, you don't know that dog.
Right.
Okay.
And your dog doesn't know that dog.
Exactly. And vice versa. Even though that dog may be friendly that's running around off leash, your dog may be not good with other dogs approaching.
Okay.
So it's really about understanding space, keeping your distance, respect. If I am at the park and I let my dogs drag their long line,
Okay.
But they're also trained.
Yes.
So that and they don't go far ahead of me. If you're going to go someplace where there's dogs on leash and you're letting your dog off leash running around, you're really the one in the wrong.
Okay.
Because there are leash laws. And let's say you do that, and I get it, you like to have your dog run around and get exercise, but if your dog isn't trained well enough to come to you when you call them, then you really don't have any business letting your dog run off leash where there may be that opportunity to run up to a strange dog that you don't know. I have many clients who say, my dog's on leash, my dog's fine walking until a dog approaches, and then they react, and there could be some interactions that are inappropriate. So people always say, well, my dog's friendly, and you have to realize that that other dog may not be friendly, and you could have problems. So it's really important to just have basic manners, think about and respect the space, when you're out and about with your dog on leash. I always take the high road when I have my dog on leash and I'm on a road or the sidewalk or even in the park and somebody's heading right for me. I don't stand there and battle for turf, It's like I take the high road and I go, okay, they can go on by, because I don't need to have that altercation that could be possible. Right?
And your dog doesn't need
and
that.
Dog it's all about the safety of your dog.
Right.
It really, really is. And if you are walking your dog on the sidewalk with those flexies and retractable leashes, that's fine if you want to let your dog out ahead of you when there's no one around. But the moment there's traffic, people walking, pedestrians, you've got to rein that dog in. He shouldn't be out ahead of you. That's just rude, because if he jumps on somebody inappropriately or, it's just not proper.
Yeah.
I love to let my dog be at the end of his leash and sniffing. Mind you, it's the end of his leash, but if there's people coming, I rein him in next to me. So, I just wanted to tell you that take other people into consideration for your dog's safety, for that other person's safety, and take the high road and give space, and don't just come up on somebody, and don't let your dog run around and charge up to somebody. I see it too much.
One of the things that bothers me is if I'm walking a dog and somebody's coming up behind me.
Oh, that's happened. And they don't even announce themselves.
Right,
And suddenly there's somebody behind you, and it's like, why would you keep approaching somebody from behind?
Exactly.
These are all just basic manners, just thoughts, of consideration. So just wanted to.
All dogs are not friendly with all other dogs.
And you have on leash, there's a lot more territorial and defensiveness that could be a problem. So just wanted to put that out there today. Be polite. Have some manners out there. Gather your dog up and take the high road. One thing I did want to mention that is handy to have is something that you can carry on you is called Spray Shield. It's a deterrent for any dog that may approach that you really want to keep at bay from approaching your dog or even you. It's non-toxic. It is a citronella foam spray. So if there is a dog approaching and the owner doesn't appear to be around, or the dog, will not back off, this is a visual of foam as well as a citronella spray. Again, even if you got blowback, it's not going to harm you. It's not going to harm the other dog, but it is a deterrent because they don't typically like the smell as well as the visual of the foam. So it is something that I do recommend carrying. I carry it. I have a good friend, dog walker, who's carried it, and she's used it. So that's something you can look into carrying for yourself. All right.
Okay,
here we
Raina
go.
is loving on Freddie. Freddie is about 11 years old. He's also only been here for about 5 days. A number 1970777. If you adopt Freddie, well, first of all, he needs a diet, so he would be a good walking companion. He will be sterilized, vaccinated, and microchipped. What else do we know about Freddie, Jake?
Gosh, well, actually, I took him out yesterday with one of our higher energy huskies, and I was reading the notes, and they said lumber's around the yard, and that's about what he does. It perfectly describes him. The husky was all up in him, and he was perfectly fine with that. Just kind of keeps to himself. There was one point where he was even rubbing his butt up against the fence and was howling. It was really, really funny. He's a real cute boy.
I will tell you that his tail has power. He's taking care of my leg here with his tail, so you need to clear everything off your tables if Freddie is in your house. And he would be a good walking companion. If you want to lose a little weight, Freddie could lose a little weight. What do you say, Raina?
Absolutely. Just the right diet and a little exercise.
He's 11 years old.
It's amazing how
Yeah,
much
look
energy
at
he
him.
has, right? So you get him trimmed down and get him on a good diet, and this guy is going to keep on going.
And Jake
Keep
said
on
something
going.
about Freddie thinks he's a lap dog. So if you want a lap dog, here you
And
go.
he loves people.
Yes,
it's obvious.
he does. Yes, he does.
Yay. Good with dogs, good with people. Great dog.
I'm thinking about
There
it.
we go.
Oh, good job.
Beautiful.
Good boy.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, my God.
Oh, good job,
Love him.
Freddie. Good job.
You're awesome, baby.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Here's a 2-year-old dog named Kiwi, A1970381. A little bit calmer than our others. What do you say, Jake?
Yeah, he's very soft, and literally and figuratively. When you're walking him, he doesn't pull too hard, but because of his mass, you do have to be a steady hand on that leash. He's definitely going to need some training with that.
Okay. So if you're looking for a beautiful dog named Kiwi that could use some training but softer than some of the others we've shown, A1970381. Raina, what's your assessment?
He's wonderful. He's just what Jake said. He's soft and he's soft. And
Yeah.
he needs a good grooming, but oh, what a sweetheart.
Beautiful face.
Gentle John.
Those eyes are just
gentle
absolutely
dog.
just,
Yes, you are.
they look into your soul.
Yeah. Yes, you are gorgeous. Yes, you are. Beautiful boy.
This is Kiwi, A1970381. Will be, before he leaves, microchipped, vaccinated, sterilized. Make an appointment to see this gorgeous dog. We've had an Elvis sighting. I think it's a great name for this little husky here. Actually, not so little. He's about 2 years old. He's been here for about a month. What do we know about Elvis, Jake?
He's a very sweet boy. He does very well out in the yard. Very mellow for a husky. We take him out. He likes to just kind of romp around, gets curious about the people out on the street, but all around just very easy to walk on the leash. Very great dog for.
And how about with other dogs? Have we tested him?
Oh gosh, I can't remember the notes
Okay.
on there.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And Raina, what do you say? 2 years old.
2 years old. That's that 2-year-old, a lot of them come in at 2 years old because now they're young adults and they need training they should have had earlier, but they're all fabulous and they can be trained and they do need the training and time to exercise. And again, a husky, you got to just make sure they have that outlet and escape-proof yard.
You need a job for a husky. And if you're willing to be the job for the husky, then this would be a perfect dog for you. A1968858, 2-year-old, have a sighting of Elvis. Okay, this is Tila the Tortie. A number 1970438. She's 3 years old. She doesn't seem to have the same kind of attitude that other torties I've seen have. She's a sweetheart, Bill the petter says. Jake, do we know anything about Tila the tortie?
Oh, she's a sweetheart. She just wants to lean into you, and she just loves the cheeky rubs and the chin scratches. The absolute sweetheart.
She's only been here for about a week, so she's settled in well. Again, she's 3 years old. Her A number 1970438. What a great tortoiseshell. And pretty besides. And I can hear her purring from here. Any cat that purrs is a friend of mine. Okay, we're now looking at the turtle collection at the East Valley Shelter. It's an animal shelter. They have all kinds, and this one is a group of turtles. Did they all come in together, Jake?
No, they all came in separately. One of the most common reasons that people turn in turtles is because they get them when they're very, very small, thinking it would be a good pet for their children. But of course, there are you have to keep everything very, very clean so you don't catch salmonella and things like that. But they're great for aqua gardens if you have them at your house. They're wonderful to watch, especially when you have a large setup for them. They'll stack on top of each other. They'll do yoga poses. They're really neat pets, actually.
And do you find them to be affectionate? I mean, do they recognize people, actually?
So I haven't noticed it with these guys, but we have had turtles in the past where they know when the food is coming, and they come up and they'll be blowing bubbles and getting very excited when they know that we're approaching.
Okay, as I said, we have lots of different kinds of animals at the city shelters. This is Moon, a rooster, and he is 1 year old. A1968114. So is this your new best friend, Jake?
Absolutely. I love the roosters here. A lot of people don't know that they make great pets. There are special requirements for keeping a rooster in the city of Los Angeles. If you maintain them outdoors, there are minimum distance requirements, and you can go to our website to get the specifics on that. But if you maintain them as indoor pets, you don't have to worry about that. And surprisingly, they make less noise than parrots do. They're a little bit easier to clean up after, and they're very affectionate.
So an indoor pet rooster. This is something I haven't heard about before. Do you use a litter box?
You would just maintain them the same way that you would maintain any other kind of bird. Just kind of, you would have a room for them in the house, and you would just clean up after them as needed.
Gotcha. And parrots are incredibly noisy.
Yeah, roosters, they do crow. I'm not going to
Yes.
lie, they do crow, and they will sometimes crow at night, but they also go to sleep at night. So they do pick up on your routine, and they adjust themselves accordingly.
So this guy looks like he's really enjoying. Moon looks like he's enjoying this handling and petting.
Oh yes, they especially love it when I scratch underneath the feathers. He's actually very soft and warm underneath the outer feathers.
So that's our show. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you saw an animal that you want to adopt, and you'll call right now and make an appointment. If you didn't, please go to their website, laanimalservices.com. There are so many animals that are looking for a good home. Now remember, spay and neuter your pets. It's the law, and it's the best way to keep them safe and happy and healthy and at home with you. Now, if you can't adopt, you can also foster, or you can donate items to the shelters. They always need things like blankets and food, and you can volunteer. They need people to walk dogs and socialize cats. So go to the website, laanimalservices.com. You can see all about volunteering and fostering and donating. See you next time on Adopt a Pet Today.